Okay, so this little buddy here, if you've been watching, hasn't been doing very well. He definitely has things wrong with him. Yeah. And I just thought he would probably really like to be with his brother, because I've had him most of the day, and I'm like, oh, buddy, you should hang out with your family. Right, buddy? Yeah. See, now these two are the same age. You can tell that there's clearly something wrong with this guy. I'm pretty sure at this point he's deaf and blind. I will be going to find out through x-ray what's exactly wrong, and if it's something that he needs to be put down for, or if it, because he'll die anyway, or if it's something that I can play nurse mommy. Nurse Tara, huh? He definitely has probably a lung deformity. His chest is deformed. He is not in any pain, and that is important that you know, and important for me to know. So he purrs, he wags his tail, and he loves his brother and his mom. So, oh, he just gave him a kiss. So his life is absolutely worth preserving to me, and I love him so much. I'm not sure that that my vet won't tell me, that he won't make it anyway. And at which point I would have to make a decision. Like, if he ever seemed in pain, I would have him put down if he was going to die anyway. I mean, you can see what rough shape he's in, so he should be as big as this other kitten. And I'm sure there are going to be people that are going to say it's inhumane. This is absolutely not freaking inhumane, because he's not in pain at all. When he's in pain, he would meow. If I rub his belly to help him with his constipation, so I kind of push a little bit. If I push too hard, he meows because that's painful. So again, he's not in any pain. This shirt sure needs shaken off. There are 3 other female shedding cats in here right now, so they all share this bed. So that's what's with all the fur. It gets shaken off daily, and it still looks like this. And I'm so hungry right now. Look at you guys. That poor little baby just has my heart. Oh. I was telling my neighbor how it was going to be $125 to get him an x-ray, and he's like, oh, that's too much. I just, not do that. And I'm like, no, I can't. If I know I can help him, I love him, so I'm going to help him. He knows that I don't really have money, so that's why he said that. Which is what most people say, but my heart would not allow it. Don't you bite him too hard. Again, he will meow if he bites him too hard, and usually they're playing, so they don't bite too hard. You're much bigger. This isn't fair. That's not fair. His growth is obviously stunted, so that's why I'm really thinking this deformity is, I think it's in his lungs, maybe. I don't know. Could be airflow, although his lungs and his heart sound really good, so it could just be blood flow. All I know is he doesn't like to eat, and it's like, I gotta force him to eat, and then he gets dehydrated because he really doesn't want to eat, and you don't want to, can't force it too hard without hurting them. So if he really, really refuses, then I don't force him to. But usually he'll have an ounce or 2 ounces, 2 milliliters before he refuses. At his age, he should be eating, they're the same age, he should be eating dry food already and using the litter box. He mostly sleeps, and I carry him around. He needs more brother time. Yeah, this is important. He's just my little disabled buddy. I love him so much. And the second any pain comes to him, if this is something, like I said, that's going to cause him pain, and end his life in the long run, then I will help him die peacefully, which is going to be absolutely horrible. It's just the worst thing, but I swear it is the best decision. See, now that is helping him get his strength, too. He's having to climb away from his brother, and he's been growing in strength, and, so that's good. For now, as long as he's not in any pain, he's enjoying his life, even though, I mean, it really, when I look at him, I'm like, how can he be enjoying it? But he's not in pain, like I said, and he doesn't know any different. You know, sometimes disabled people are the absolute best people. And you're just the absolute best kitten. Yes, you are. And your brother loves you. He's just so tired all the time. Poor buddy. I mean, I'm pretty sure he had pneumonia. It wasn't, like, confirmed, but, I mean, he had this popping noise in his lungs, and his heartbeat always sounded fine, but it just sounded like his lungs were popping, and that's usually due to pneumonia from what I've read anyway. And, I always want to say pneumonia. Pneumonia, whatever. Pneumonia. So, I was hoping that he, you know, wouldn't have issues and would be a healthy cat. My sister has hand-raised many kittens that were not doing well, whether because they couldn't get their mom's milk or mom wasn't taking care of them. But this is probably what most people would call fading kitten syndrome. And fading kitten syndrome happens for a number of reasons. All things that would be, you know, stuff that's, there's something wrong with them, and that's what's causing them to fade or to die. And that seems to be what this is. Because if I had not started bottle feeding him, he would not be alive. But if he was going to get better and be better and not have other issues, he should be here eating cat food. And this is not that. So he is pretty disabled. I'm pretty sure he's deaf, and I'm pretty sure he's blind. And I just kind of came to that conclusion today, where I think he's also blind. So that has helped in feeding him too. He's just so tiny. This is so hard for me, but I just love him. Let's talk about you too. Look at you. Are you the cutest freaking thing? You have lips. Can we show the people your lips? Your lips. What are them pretty lips? His name is Sylvester, and he is going to be adopted out, and I'm so in love with him, and I'm so sad that I can't keep all the cats in the world, even though I would love to. I would have a freaking cat farm. That's not what you call it. Like, cat sanctuary. If I could, if I had the means, and if I could figure out how to do it. But I don't own my own home, I rent, and so I only can do what I can. And, yeah, I don't know. I think I need to look into, like, what the laws are and stuff like that. It's also another thing is, like, see, now you heard him. See, he mewed. You okay? There's also the issue of fleas. Like, you get so many cats, that's a lot of flea treatments, and a lot of totally feeling uncool because your house is infested with fleas. I would need a sanctuary, another place. Yay. I don't know. Got lots of things to think about. Maybe someday, who knows. I really just freaking love cats. I love watching Jackson Galaxy. He is, lots of you know him, I'm sure, but he's the guy that did My Cat from Hell TV show, and it was very impressive. He really understands cats, and I love watching his videos. So if you don't already, follow Jackson Galaxy. He's on YouTube, he's on Instagram. Pretty sure he's on Facebook Shorts. I think he's on all those. He definitely would be, so I'm pretty sure of that. You guys are so cute. I want to send him a video, but I gotta figure out how to do it, because I think he would just, I'm sure he would have something to say about this kitten, and I feel that he would feel the same way I do, and I don't know why is he licking. I'm gonna try and give him some honey. This is good for him. I should have been putting him in here more often. Do you want some honey, buddy? You gotta kind of like get it on him so he'll lick it. Looks like I'm forcing. There you go. See, what I was trying to do before is like force the poor kid's mouth open, and I don't need to do that. I can just, if I stick it on his lips, which I had tried before and didn't think it worked very well, but maybe I wasn't being patient enough because I wasn't realizing that he's also blind. So it's probably like, lady, what are you trying to do to me? Sweetest babies. Was that good, honey? So honey can be used to raise their blood sugar. This guy started having a seizure, and it kept going, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I had read that honey brings up their blood sugar, and it can help them if they have low blood sugar. So I'm like, all right. I gave him some honey, and it fixed the problem. It took a little bit, but it definitely fixed the problem. And since then, if he starts having one, which he's only done 2 other times, I give him the honey, and it pretty much stops immediately. It's almost like a brain response. Like, it knows the honey is on his lips, and he's going to be all right, so his body quits seizing. I don't know that that's the explanation, but I know he can't get his blood sugar changed right away. It could just be coincidence also. Hard for you to sit up, huh, bud? You feel that? Do you want to eat some more? It's on your lips. It's all over your whiskers. Does your brother want some? It's all over my hands. Ah. You're so cute. What is this thing that I got on you, huh? What is it? Yay. I don't know, guys. He's just so precious to me. And I know that he is enjoying his life, because he purrs. And even though this is his state, I kind of look at it as like, some people that are severely disabled and it's hard for them to like move around in their wheelchair, but they're still there mentally and they're still enjoying their life and they're not in pain per se. This guy's not in pain. I think he's trying to get up. Look, he's riding his bicycle with your arms. Do you need help? You little blind deaf guy. What a sweet little thing. Look at him. Aw, buddy. I'm glad you're not suffering, sir. I already would have had him put down if he was suffering. Yeah, we wouldn't let that continue, huh? He's always just tired, I think, and doesn't like to eat a whole lot. So his biggest thing is he gets dehydrated, he gets constipated, which can kill them. So we have to give him a friggin' enema. You have to use glycerin or like a water-based lubricant. You don't want to use like you can feed them olive oil, like a couple drops in their food to help soften the stool from the other way. But if they're constipated and you have to give them an enema, you do not want to use olive oil. You want to use a water-based oil. Like you can get, I got child suppositories, or they're enemas from Walgreens, and then you just there is a mixture that I looked up online. Once I just did give them the glycerin, 'cause I believe that they're already mixed, but I'm also not sure about that. I do need to ask my vet. The first time I did it, I mixed it with water, and that didn't really, I think it's if you have pure glycerin, that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. But I used the glycerin suppositories for children. I keep saying suppositories. I think they're enemas because you have to squirt the fluid, right? You have to go very slowly and be very careful. And you got to get a tiny, like, I had an eyedropper, which there are better ways of doing it where you would use like a tube. that's something you should go to your vet for. I already knew how to do it. So, also, you watch YouTube videos, it'll show you how to use the tube. It's a tinier, it's, less likely to, like, puncture them inside. So, that would actually be better. But all I had here was an eyedropper, and I could not get to any of those things that I needed. And so I was just very gentle, made sure that I put olive oil on the end just for lubrication. It's not enough to hurt anything. It would just moisturize his bung, if anything. But you don't want it in the mix that you're going to be administering through enema. So, anyway, I used that and slowly pushed it all in there and got him to poop. He just needs an awful lot of help, so I guess we shall see with him. Any of you that pray, I'm asking for prayers for Negan, that, I guess whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I would love for God to heal him, but not that he can't. I just don't know if he will or if we're going to find a way to take care of him, or if he's just, gonna have to be put down. So just pray for Negan that if he can survive, he survives, and if he's gonna have to go, that it's gonna be nice and peaceful and wonderful. Because Mommy won't want anything bad happen to you, sweetheart. No. As much as I can control. Say bye, Negan. Bye, buddy. Hey there. Hey, Sylvester. Say bye. There. Good job. That's a good. You even waved. Yeah. Good job. All right. Bye for now.